in the content. So first of all, I feel like you've improved in the sense that I feel like you're using a little bit more personal anecdote in your speech to make it a little bit more personal rather than just super scientific through and through, so that was great. I liked your intro where you started out by getting us interested in your question by reflecting that this was something that you had pondered about in the past. So that was great. Now in the past when you've given your scientific speeches, I don't think you've ever used backup like the whiteboard or your prop. And I feel like it was really, really helpful. And like the little extra time that you spent drawing on the balloon and getting your phone set up to shine a light on it and the drawing on the whiteboard was really, really helpful in helping us to understand. So thank you for doing that. I feel like as far as your body language, you've really improved and you seem more comfortable. And it used to be that you would touch your collar or something. I didn't notice that at all during this speech. I just said and that was what it's a good segue into your grammar. You still do use ahs, but I think that might have to do with the fact that I think your speeches are often somewhat extemporaneous, and so it's a little bit of a filler for that. So your volume and your diction were fine. I could understand everything that you said just fine. So good job on all that. The only thing that I would work on, and I've noticed this in some of your other speeches, is you know how when you hear a song on the radio, sometimes the song ends by, it kind of builds and it's like da-da, da-da, and then there's some songs that end by just, one of the studio people is just like turning down the volume till it fades out. I feel like that's kind of how you end your speeches. So having a plan for how you're going to exit out of your speech and keeping your volume up at the end would really help you to go out with a bang. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Okay, next in line. I can see the beads of sweat on your forehead. Holy moly. We'll have Foster up here who will evaluate Mr. June's speech. Let's give him a round of applause.
Both you and I were in the same spot. We were not prepared for this evaluation or this feedback. I appreciate you sharing your vacation memories with us, and it was interesting. And first, when you came up here, what I noticed about your speech, even though it was an impromptu speech, you didn't seem too interested in what you're talking about, which is understandable because it was an impromptu speech. But I also noticed one good thing you did with your speech is your eye contact with everyone in the room was very good while you speak. One good thing also that you did in your speech was the humor that you brought in the speech as well, which I'm sure everyone enjoyed as well. The visual aid at the end that you presented was also excellent. We all enjoyed it, and when I was listening to the speech, I said it before, it was an impromptu speech, but to me it seems a little bit disjointed, which was understandable again because of an impromptu speech. But I cannot judge you too much if I can use a word on how well or how bad you did on the speech, stemming from the fact that it was an impromptu speech. But overall, I think you did good for the short time that you have to prepare for the speech. you.
Any timing constraints from our timer?
Yes. Deb's evaluation was 2 minutes, 49 seconds, so well within the 2 to 3. And Forster was 2 minutes, 5 seconds, so also within 2 to 3 minutes, so very good, both qualified.
Awesome, awesome. No one clap. Okay. Go ahead and get your votes in for our contest. Who's the vote counter
I
today?
don't know if we have one.
I am.
You are? Okay. Pass your votes to
No, that's yours.
Forster.
That's yours. That's your. That's this.
Okay. I'll give everybody a minute.
You could use this to tally if you want.
I feel like we have a.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody writing, so we're going to move forward with the evaluation portion of the meeting. I'm going to talk about the evaluators real quick, and go into my evaluation of the meeting for today. I thought the evaluators did really well today. Points, I thought, some of the same points that I had. Deborah, you brought up the ums and the ah, and there were three, as far as tips, but you also brought up conversational or personal style talks, where it's more of a personal, it's like a talk. And I think that's something to keep in mind. Anytime we come up here, whatever our subject matter is, I think it's good to have a conversational style, because it pulls people into our talk, however technical it is. But if we can make it somewhat conversational, people can kind of relate and pull into that talk. So good job on the evaluation. Forster, you brought up some good points about humor on the talk, and there was a little disjointedness. And again, just keep these things in the back of your mind. Keep in mind, we bring these things up, and there is no obligation for you to change. That's up to you. We just bring the points up, so next time around, you're aware of that. And say, you know what, someone said that I was a little disjointed, or my humor wasn't quite right, then you know next time around. So other than that, I thought the evaluators did a great job. Again, overall, I thought the meeting was great. Jack, I thought your table topics was really good. I mean, it's very organized, and you kind of set the rules up front. So everybody knew that, you had to come up here first, which really is the hard part. We all can understand that, because that's the commitment. We like it where they give you the question, and you got a few minutes to think about it. But in reality, if you're in a job interview, you don't have the question before, generally. So, it's a good skill, and I love the way you organize that. It's a great job. Meeting was set up, the room was set up great. Our word of the day, theme of the day was here. I thought that was great. 2 points I'm just going to bring up. 3 points. That, again, that conversational style, I think really can meld into really any talk. Props. When you look at some of the world championship public speakers, they use props. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. It really does emphasize a point. If you're bringing up a point and you have a balloon, it gives them a visual that really kind of can emphasize a point. So don't be afraid to use a prop, maybe a phone, maybe an egg, whatever you want to bring it. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Also, wrote something up here. Volume. I did hear most people, but really, when you come into a room, figure out the volume you need to fill the room. And that's hard to do, but just what do you need to fill that room so Dr. G and Tracy and Forster can hear you? Fill the room, because if you see people kind of leaning forward, go up. And also, keep in mind, when we do our talks, you give the room or people that 1 minute after the talk, after the speech, so we can do the comments. So this is something I keep in the back of my mind. Other than that, I thought we had a great meeting. As I rolled through the room, everybody has spoken Everybody spoke at the beginning, so I think everybody spoke, so. Other than that, I thought we had a great meeting, and I'm gonna turn control of our meeting to our Toastmaster, Mr. Carl.
Great meeting so far.